So I Googled like where I can go for a meditation retreat that's led, and I think there's a lot of value to that. But I was just curious, like what happens when I'm totally alone? So I found this place in Colorado. It's called the Tara Mandala Buddhist Monastery. They have these like cabins that are, each one is set up for you to be like totally alone. So I get to the monastery, this guy Pema, sweet dude, he's like, put your stuff in the back of the truck, drives me up. He's like, here's the wooden stove, here's like the axe, there's a radio, like if you're dying, call us, but if not, like, do your thing. And he just left me. And there was no like guidance, man, he was just like, see you in a week. And there was a clock there, but I thought, well, since I'm here, I'll see what it's like without clocks too. And I put that in the drawer, and I never took it out. And so there's like a meditation cushion there, and I sit on it, close my eyes, and the first thing my mind does is starts to make up tasks for me to accomplish. So I'm sitting there and it's like, you know, there's some spices that whoever was here before you left, you should really like organize those and put them in like the right order, maybe alphabetical. And it's like, you know, you haven't exercised today, you should probably like run up that hill 3 times. And how many of your so-called goals, you know, are just there because you're scared of being alone in a room? You're just making them up to feel productive. There's a quote, I think it's Blaise Pascal, he says, I might have a word or two off, he says, all of man's problems stem from the fact that he cannot sit quietly alone in a room. It turns out, man, it's like really hard to do that, you know. So that was one lesson, you know, and there were periods, I don't want to glorify it, and there were periods of like real, boredom's not strong enough, like despair when I was there.
If I remember right, you said at one point you actually for a few minutes considered suicide as a reasonable option.
Oh, and that is another lesson. So like, it's one day, I'm gonna get to it. So I wake up one day, this may be the day too, and like, I have my options. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna go to the bathroom in the outhouse, I'm gonna meditate, I'm gonna drink water, I'm gonna go for a walk. And I can't decide what order to do those in. Like literally that, because no one else is there to talk to, and no one, so I'm watching my mind. Like that's the show. And this is what my mind does all the time, but I'm really noticing, like, that's how I live my life. Normally, I can't decide what to do. Am I doing it right is the real underlying question. And that implies that there's a right way to do life. And so that was like lesson 2 is the only wrong way to do a day is to believe there's a right way to do a day. You know, it's to waste your time worrying about if you're doing it right. That's the only wrong way, you know? So then I decide, tomorrow, I'm gonna just do what I want the whole time. So I wake up, crack of dawn, sun's not up yet, and I look at everything around me is changing. Even the body, like this body's different than it was a year ago. You know, like these fingernails are longer than they were when I got here. I'm noticing everything's changing except for like the I in me, and I've tried to change that, but it doesn't work. And so, you know, people throw around that word like present. Like I felt present, but then I realized I always will be present. So the rest of my life will just be exactly like this. So then the next thought was like, well, why do you have to live the rest of your life then? You know what it's going to be like. And how do you get out of the present? So that's when I thought about, well, there's a knife in the like kitchen area. And I was like, nah, you should probably just like sleep this one off, dude. And so I wasn't like really, I want to be clear, I wasn't like really close to killing myself.
Sure.
But I'm thinking about these things, like the real heart of like existence, like what it means to be alive, and presence, and what it means to actually be present, like not in the future, not in the past.